Hello guys, welcome here, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy to see you here, and maybe you will notice anyway, so I will say it. I'm sorry, but I'm sick a little bit. Like, it affects my throat and my nose and how I speak, so I'm sorry. But I'm trying my best to recover. It's been a while, so it's not like the first day. What we're gonna watch today? I really didn't wanna miss it because, because of the trip, I really skipped a lot. So let's go and let's just watch the video. So, strategic reawakening. Jaishankar, Sir Jaishankar. So he is a minister of external affairs, right? I don't even Google, I remember. So he explains what does Europe misunderstand about India. I think Europe has a certain picture of India in their minds, and sometimes also the representatives and all of the people there ask really tricky questions to Jaishankar, and he really manages to answer it correctly and wisely. And I know the history, maybe it somehow will connect to this, I don't know, between like Britain and India, and how it was a colony of Britain, unfortunately. So what kind of relationship they have now, how they communicate and build their external relationship, I'm not sure, I don't know. So I really want to see like what they're gonna talk about. So let's see. But I'm sure Jaishankar will just manage everything politely and of course in a nice way, as always, no matter what is the question.
What does Europe misunderstand about India?
There are gaps. I'm not being diplomatic about it. Europe has had the good fortune of having a certain strategic comfort. Now Europe is compelled by global developments. Some of our debates is, a region which is very secure finds it very hard to understand another which is going through very difficult challenges.
I'd like to ask you, what does Europe misunderstand about India?
Sorry,
what does Europe misunderstand about India?
What does Europe misunderstand about India? Look, I'm not sure I would use that word.
Yeah.
There are
tricky question.
I'm not being diplomatic about it. Often we tend to see a degree of judgmentalism based on Europe's own situation. So to the extent Europe has had the good fortune of having a certain strategic
I don't like how they're
for multiple
beaten.
decades.
But
For a continent which saw so much violence and bloodshed, then you've had really 70, 80 years. Yes, there have been some issues. Yugoslavia was one. What's happening right now in Ukraine is another. But by and large, Europe has enjoyed a period of peace, prosperity, stability, security, and complacency, which came out of it. So now Europe is compelled by global developments to perhaps conceptualize its own interests more sharply and then see how it can secure that optimally. So some of our debates is, a region which is very secure finds it very hard to understand another which is going through very difficult challenges. So whether it is on an issue like terrorism, whether it is even on matters like, territorial, I would say, integrity and sanctity of borders, we have not always had the kind of understanding and support that we expected out of Europe. So I think today the strategic reawakening of Europe has created the basis for much more serious conversations on many more subjects, especially matters relating to security and strategy. Also, the economics and I would say the demographics are bringing us together. That when I look, for example, at a country like Germany, when Chancellor Schulz was here in October, a lot of our conversations with him and his team actually revolved around, skilled mobility of skilled talent to support German industry and German tech. So there are strong convergences. I think those convergences will grow with the passage of time. And certainly when we speak of a multipolar world, for us it's very important that Europe is a pole and thinks of itself as a pole. So for that reason, I'm actually somewhat optimistic of the turn of events.
Okay, so it's like Europe now is more open to conversation with India, and India too open, because now they understand that things happen, bad things happen, and Europe used to be really such a peaceful place, and it was so nice there, without any economic, crises, not the bad ones, without wars, without anything. And now it's also going through some hard times, and yeah, now they're open to conversation. But India had really bad history with Europe, with Britain. Okay, so guys, what do you think about it? If you know and if you understood more than me, you can text me in the comments, I will read it. And thank you always for your support, for your explanations, because I cannot know everything. I'm trying to figure out and give my opinion as much as I can as a general girl from Russia. So tell me your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, of course, and yeah, wish me good luck in recovering, because I'm really tired of this disease. Like, oh my god, it's been maybe 5th day since I'm sick. So like, when it will end? Oh my god. Okay, so see you